Trying to save a failing marriage can feel like the end of the world. But what happens when you're trying to save that relationship and the world is actually ending? Hey everybody, I'm Dragon Movie Guy, and we'll find out if Gerard Butler can do either or both coming up. Hey everybody, Dragon Movie Guy here with another movie review. Today's review is for Gerard Butler's latest action drama thriller Greenland, also starring Morena Baccarin and Roger Dale Floyd. If we're just meeting, I am Dragon Movie Guy. Thank you for watching, and please be sure to let me know in the comments section down below what you guys thought of Greenland. Also, please be sure to hit the like button until it turns blue for the YouTube algorithm, and be sure to hit the subscribe notification button so you can find out the very second I post any videos to this channel. Let's start with the plot for Greenland. Greenland stars Gerard Butler as John Garrity, a structural engineer who's better at building skyscrapers than building a strong marriage. Deadpool's Morena Baccarin shines as estranged wife Allison and mother to Roger Dale Floyd's Nathan, a 7-year-old kid living with type 1 diabetes in the city of Atlanta. The Garritys lead a seemingly comfortable upper-middle-class life in suburban Atlanta. However, they're stuck between trying to keep up appearances with the neighbors while rebuilding their broken marriage and dealing with their son's diabetes. We find John driving home to reconnect with his wife, and on the way, radio reports relay that a comet named Clark is about to fly close to Earth. As John is running errands before hosting a party, he gets a cryptic text message and robocall telling him to evacuate his family to a nearby military base. What follows is 2 hours of an ever-escalating ground-level action, drama, thriller, escape, disaster journey for the entire family. John, Allison, and Nathan make their way to a nearby military base to try and hop on a plane and go to Greenland so they can survive the comet's impact on Earth. But along the way, lots of things happen in a fairly realistic portrayal of what it might be like to survive a comet strike here on Earth. So let's start with some of the good aspects about the movie Greenland. Unlike most Doomsday, end-of-the-world thrill rides, Greenland is primarily a family drama, but this family drama plays out with CGI comets hurling towards the Earth. Greenland has an organic, grounded in reality style that stands apart. 2012, Deep Impact, and Knowing, this film is not. Director Ric Roman Waugh has teamed up with Gerard Butler on Angel Has Fallen before, but Greenland focuses almost entirely on the family's journey to safety. We're not seeing the president coordinate escape routes. We're not seeing NASA trying to blow the comet out of the sky. We simply follow the Garrity family as they battle through all the logistics, red tape, and breakdown of society on their way north to hopefully salvation. Every cent of the film's reported $35 million budget appears to have been well spent making its way on the big screen. Tons of extras, a large extended cast, big and varied locations, and CGI that doesn't suffer from trying too hard all build a believable end-of-world scenario. But the true story of this film is the family's inner battle for survival, not the cosmic one. Every obstacle, every comet fragment is a background for this family drama. Gerard Butler and Morena Baccarin are pitch perfect as husband and wife, together or apart. Scott Glenn provides some character depth at just the right time in the second act, just before the final leg of the journey, and Roger Dale Floyd holds his own with veteran actors Butler and Baccarin, rounding out the family unit. Also of note, David Buckley's score is really strong throughout this movie and adds to the tension and energy as the film builds. So that was the good for the movie Greenland, but if we're being honest, we should probably talk about some of the bad points as well. There are very few weak points in this film, but obviously in a budget film, CGI can always be an issue. Believe it or not, the CGI actually does fit in relatively nicely, despite being in a relatively smaller budget disaster movie. Pacing, editing, and cinematography also are areas that normally would suffer in a budget movie of this size, but it actually adds to the storytelling in this film. The only real weakness for this film might be the expectations of the viewers. If you saw the trailer for this movie and were expecting a big budget action, sci-fi, end-of-the-world Armageddon type film, if you were expecting 2012 or Armageddon, that would definitely not be what this film is, and if you had high expectations of things blowing up, that would definitely be in the weakness category for this film. So my review for Greenland is thus. I actually really liked the ground level perspective that we have in this film. Normally when you have a comet meteorite that's going to strike the Earth, we take Bruce Willis and we fly off and we try and blow up the comet before it hits the Earth. This is a film that takes place on the ground level with average suburban people reacting in a very realistic way to what might actually be the end of life on Earth. How would that look? Also, I found the exploration of the relationship problems between Gerard Butler and Morena Baccarin to be highly believable and really well done, really well explored, as well as their relationship dealing as parents with a son dealing with type 1 diabetes. I found the whole thing really well executed, really well explored, and really worth watching in this film. Overall, the pacing, the acting, the editing, the cinematography, and yes, even the CGI all worked really well in this film. I give it 3.5 stars out of 5. But I want to know what you guys thought of the movie Greenland. Please let me know in the comments section down below what you guys thought of this film. If you'd like to read the complete review that I did for Greenland, please be sure to check out the full thing on reviewnation.net. Link in the description bar below. And if you'd like to support this channel, please be sure to hit the like button until it turns blue for the YouTube algorithm. And be sure to hit the little bell notification button so you can find out the very second I post any videos to this channel. If you liked this review and would like to check out another, please be sure to click right over here. That is the review that I did for No Man's Land starring Frank Grillo, Andy McDowell, and George Lopez. If you liked this review, check this one out over here for No Man's Land. Thank you for watching. I've been Dragon Movie Guy, and I will see you next time.